signed legislation that would ensure 6-day-a-week mail delivery and speed up the mail. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
A win for the tens of millions of Americans who rely on the Postal Service every single day.
The bill's author, Republican Senator Rob Portman, says it is not a bailout and no new federal money is being spent.
What this does do is it saves the post office.
Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
Raleigh-Durham International Airport has announced that Avelo Airlines is joining its carrier lineup. Spokesman Stephanie Hocko says the airline will initially provide service to New Haven, Connecticut, starting in May.
That's in the southern part of Connecticut, and that's really a great flight for us here at RDU because the New York metro area is our top destination. It has been for many years now.
Have you noticed the thing about toilet paper?
I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Toilet paper manufacturers have cut down the number of sheets per roll. At the same time, major corporations are raising prices on everything from detergent to diapers. ConsumerWorld.org says Procter & Gamble has slimmed down rolls of Super Mega Charmin from 396 to 366 sheets. Mega's gone from 264 to 244, leaving Mr. Whipple with a lot less to love.
Please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Temperatures are going to head into the upper 40s and the upper 70s for today. We're going to see a wide range of temperatures because of a cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible for this afternoon and this evening. Areas to the south and southeast have a good chance of seeing some of those storms turn strong to severe, where damaging wind speeds will be the main threats. Overnight, we'll fall into the low to upper 40s and highs tomorrow in the upper 40s and the mid-50s with light showers. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we're looking at cloudy conditions, 48 degrees, humidity 99%, 2.48, pressures 30-20, winds calm, gusting to 1. It is 7:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this hump day already. All right, topping the news this morning at Monday's Moore County Board of Education meeting. The board voted to place artificial turf at Pinecrest High School's athletic field. The Pinecrest Athletic Club will donate $850,000 for the installation of artificial turf at the John W. Williams Sports Complex. Yearly maintenance will run approximately $43,000. The school district is responsible for half of that for the life of the field, which is projected to be 8 years. And Sanford Vanamati of Pinehurst tried his luck at the $1 cash 5 ticket and won Friday with a jackpot of $100,000. Vanamati bought his lucky cash 5 ticket from the Harris Teeter in Taylortown. He arrived at lottery headquarters on Monday to collect his prize and, after state and federal tax withholdings, of course, took home $71,011. And a career public servant, Louis Gregory, who's 77, passed away. He was a CSX police superintendent from 91 to 2003. He was Whispering Pines police chief from 2003 to 2009, and he served on the Moore County Board of Commissioners from 2016 to 2022. Louis Gregory dead at the age of 77. That's your latest WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hills Sentinel. And, of course, you can go to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 7:17. Sports is next right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Your morning sports report is brought to you by Hughes Supply of Pinehurst. With over 50 years' experience, Hughes Supply can handle all your plumbing project needs from start to finish. Call 910-295-5541 or visit them online at HughesSupplyPinehurst.com.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Day one of the ACC tournament in Brooklyn had number 10 seed Clemson beating bottom-seeded NC State 70-64 in the midday matinee on Tuesday. Wolfpack coach Kevin Keatts, after a tough season, said none of his players gave up. Not last night and not during the entire campaign.
The way the season has gone, we had every opportunity to put our head down and cry and lay down and not play. Even though we were on demand, our guys played and competed as hard as they can every opportunity that they've had.
Other opening round finals from yesterday in the ACC, Boston College beat Pitt and Louisville dispatched Georgia Tech. Both will advance to today's second round. Play begins at noon with Syracuse tipping off against Florida State, followed by BC and Wake Forest in the matinee. Then Clemson and Virginia Tech will go at it in the nightcap. Quarterback moves dominated the NFL headlines on Tuesday, starting with Aaron Rodgers, who will return to Green Bay for an 18th season. The NFL Network reporting that the 38-year-old Rodgers agreed to a 4-year, $200 million contract, which includes $153 million in guaranteed money. And the Denver Broncos believe Russell Wilson is their ticket to a championship. They acquired the former NC State quarterback in a trade with the Seahawks. Denver giving up 2 first-round draft picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, and 3 additional players in order to get the Super Bowl 48 champ. CBS NFL insider Jonathan Jones says the deal has been in the works for a few weeks.
And so everything that folks in Seattle said, yeah, we love Russell, we're not trading him, well, that was all hooey.
Some notable moments on the ice last night. Alex Ovechkin scoring twice and moved into a tie for 3rd on the NHL's career goals list as the Capitals rallied in the 3rd period to beat the Flames 5-4. Ovi's 776 career goals ties Jaromir Jagr for 3rd in NHL history. Wayne Gretzky leads the list with 894 goals. Gordie Howe is 2nd with 801. This is NCN Sports.
Do you find yourself considering a home generator when a storm is approaching?
Hey, do you have any connections? I got a connection from the Ukraine embassy in Belgium. Within 5 minutes, they responded to me. I need to design my own camo for Ukraine. I kept it the same colors as Ukrainian army.
For a free 10-year warranty on a Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power. Terms and conditions apply. Financing options are.
I got to do this TikTok, and everybody keeps calling it a jingle. It's for Taco Bell. By the way, I banned that word within my team, jingle. We're not allowed to say that. But I have to do a jingle. They want me to rap about Mexican pizza. So I just want to give you a heads up before you see that. Just know, it's contractual. I know it's bad.
Pro hearing people say, whoa, it's Batman. Con having to correct him by saying, actually, it's the Batman.
Major League Baseball is pitching in to help cash-strapped workers.
The league has launched a $1 million fund to support spring training workers impacted by canceled games in Florida and Arizona. It'll be administered by teams based on financial need to part-time and seasonal workers, including those in concessions.
New from Mattel, it's Transgender Barbie. Barbie's gender expression is different now compared to when she first launched in 1959. With transgender Barbies, when they don't have clothes on, they look like any other Barbie. So really, Barbie's been trans since the beginning. But for marketing and sales purposes, you get to choose what sex you want to be. No Barbie boobs or Ken's broad shoulders. Each doll comes with your choice of short and long hair, hoodies, sneakers, tutus, and camo pants. Transgender Barbie, because marketing opportunities are...
First on the runway, it's a male model wearing a crumpled t-shirt that says, The Batman. I bet he's never taken it off since this weekend showing. Next up, one of our female models with her unstyled hair pulled back, wearing a sweater filled with cat hairs, and yoga pants that you know have never seen the inside of a yoga studio. Stay tuned for more office casuals, like the guy in flip-flops with toe fungus.
Of course, includes many of Patsy's unforgettable hits. Tickets are $29 and available at templeshows.org. Always Patsy Cline on stage at the Temple Theater March 10th through the 27th. Sponsored by Edward Jones, Brian Mathis, Dargan Moore, and James Mitchell.
Aaron Cooper here with Cooper. AAA is reporting that the national average of gas in the U.S. is more than $4 a gallon now, its highest point since 2008.
It cost me $111 to fill up my truck.
This is killing me. Gas prices even higher.
custom stickers or any of our new Fords like so many other dealers. We believe in fair and honest pricing and have from day one. So please come see us here in beautiful Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net.
Cooper Ford, working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Did you know 80% of
I have a car, and my car's name is Fart. As a matter of fact, there's a tag on the back that says Fart.
Call 910-947-2224 or visit us at pinesfunerals.com today to request free planning information and see why more families prefer Pines. Pines Funerals, in association with Fry and Prickett, Kennedy, and Powell Funeral Homes, serving Carthage, Robbins, Southern Pines, and surrounding
Improve efficiency and reduce citizen complaints. Give Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services a call at 910-673-1318 to see what they can do for you. In addition to their normal asphalt paving, asphalt overlays, crack sealing, seal coating, and striping, Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services has also implemented its asphalt patching operation through the use of a pothole patch truck equipped with a heated hopper. The patch truck can keep hot mix asphalt for a period of 72 hours, thereby extending the life of the asphalt from 1 to 2 hours with the dump truck. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services at 910-673-1318, 910-673-1318.
offers authentic New York bagels and a full breakfast menu until 11 a.m. Looking for lunch? There are 33 signature sandwiches to choose from. New York-style pizza on Wednesdays and Fridays, and now offering Meatball Mondays. New York Deli is open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Visit Moore County Takeout and Delivery Options Facebook page for our menu updates. Call 295-2264 for takeout, or have your order delivered via DoorDash, Grubhub, or Easy Bites.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. American troops risk their lives to protect our freedoms every day. But President
She just plainly bit him. I think she needs to learn what she did, and what she did was wrong. Nothing's been done until now. Why take so long to do something when this is involving a child? What teacher does that?
This is not about freedom or personal choice. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
President Biden's policies are punishing and reprimanding soldiers.
CBS 17's Mackenzie Stasko is live outside Fort Bragg.
At least 350 soldiers at Fort Bragg could see their careers come to an end for refusing the COVID vaccine.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. I'm sponsoring legislation to protect our troops from President Biden's vaccine mandate. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
War Dogs Army Surplus is Moore County's largest selection of Army surplus. They buy, sell, and trade Army surplus, and they'll match any legitimate offer from competitors with a price match guarantee. They'll match and beat any competitor's price by 10%. With the largest selection of vintage and modern gear and collectibles, War Dogs has everything you're looking for. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, or call 910-920-7749. That's 910-920-7749. War Dogs. We offer more and sell for less.
You know they're out there. You know. You can't see them.
Can't see.
You can't hear them.
Can't hear.
But you know they're there.
They're there.
Termites. You know they're hungry.
Starving.
And you know your house is their main course. So you know you have to do something.
What can you do?
It's really quite simple. You ask for Termador, the unique treatment that wipes out 100% of the termites in your home in 3 months or less. Every last termite dead.
Bye-bye.
For a long, long time. Now you know. Only Termador is 100% effective against termites in 3 months or less. So ask for Termador by name from your pest control company. Because if you're not asking for Termador, you're asking for trouble.
Termador is available at Aberdeen Exterminating. Call 944-2474. That's 944-2474.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is proudly sponsored by Moore County Citizens for Freedom. Always looking out for you.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. You know, there are lots of shows and movies these days about Vikings. Vikings were an amazingly brutal people. In fact, I've been trying to figure out a way I could describe on air some of the cruelties that were so common in their culture, but I can't. And frankly, even if I could, I doubt that I would. I'll just leave it at that. These people did things to the people they conquered that were horrible. Most of you, well, I'd like to say most of us, couldn't think of these things, much less take part in them. When you read about some of the ancient and not so ancient cultures, it's hard to imagine how humans could take part in these everyday horrors. And yet, we've got a group among us who do something I believe is just as horrendous as anything I've read about. This week, our United States Senate defeated a bill, just barely, by a vote of 48 to 46. That bill was in favor of allowing abortions up until the child exited the birth canal. Now, if you got kids in the car with you, you maybe ought to turn the volume down. There's only one way to kill an infant that's about to be born. That is to reach inside that mother and rip that baby to pieces. Arm, leg, brain. A tiny baby that's just 1 minute from birth could be legally ripped limb from limb to kill them, when 1 minute later they could be born and be okay. Democrats, this is your world. It's one you created. It's not mine. We do not kill infants in the Zumwalt Zone. Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. One of the things that you learn as a cop is there are two sides, at least two sides, to every story. You can get a call to a bar for a fight in progress, and when you arrive, the first guy will tell you he was sitting in a corner, quietly reading his Bible, when a guy walked up to him and, for no reason, hit him. Then you talk to the second guy, and he'll tell you he didn't even like being in the bar in the first place, but he'd found it was a good place to raise money for orphans. He had very quietly asked the other guy for a donation, and the guy had tried to rob him. Now, of course, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but not by a whole lot. Here we are in a school board election. We've got two sides, and they're telling a completely different story. One side, the ones who are in office now, are telling us that all is well. It's not a problem that our kids can't read or write or do math the standard. In fact, not only is it not a problem, they never even mention it. No drug problems, no problem with fighting, no kids getting in teachers' faces, no problem with inappropriate sexual activity in closets and in bathrooms. No problems at all. Well, I'm calling them out as, it's not a nice word, but I'm calling them out as liars. Make our schools great again. Help our kids be successful. That's why we send them there. Elect Benway, Bruno, Davis. Meanwhile, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day from the Zumwalt Zone.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Welcome to the show.
It's got plenty of meatballs.
Why is he always making meatballs?
Today it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
It is National Meatball Day. National Meatball Day.
Great! Bring some meatballs.
Celebrating the meatballs today because it is National Meatball Day.
I'm making meatballs.
Ooh, meatballs. We're meatballs?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. It's showtime. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time to chat.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. This time, once again, for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Oh, hey, sorry, I got a phone call. Oh, never mind. It was just Joe Biden. Hey, time once again to take in the fresh air of truth and freedom here.
Did I just hear humor out of you?
Yeah. Well, if the Saudis can hang up on them, I can too. Where were we? Oh, yes. Time to take in the fresh air of truth and freedom here at WEEB on a rainy morning. Weatherman Steve decided to make the grass green, so you'll have to start getting out there to cut it. But hey, don't wear that mask while you're doing it. Well, maybe if it's dusty, you'll actually have a good reason to wear a mask. But otherwise, get out and enjoy your day. Kill some COVID. Do your best.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's up and running and available to you right now from our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located for the video. In the upper right-hand corner of every page is the link to our audio stream 24/7. That's where the icon says on the air, listen live. If you click that once, you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Wish it was better, but it's not. For today, mostly cloudy, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 56. So a cold, wet rain. Then tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, a low of 44. For Thursday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 52 for a high. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, rain showers, a low of 43. Friday, partly cloudy, scattered showers, 30% chance as the front gets out of here. High of 59. Friday night, still a good little dose of the front is going to clip us good. Mostly cloudy with rain and isolated thunderstorms, low of 54. Saturday, windy with showers likely and a high of 60. 90% chance of getting wet on Saturday. And Saturday night, finally, the stuff will get out of here. We'll go clear in 23, but we'll have a couple of cool days before we warm back up. Sunday, sunny with a high of 52. Monday, sunny with a high of 64. And Tuesday, high of 70. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are calm. Pressure 30-20, dew point is 48. Humidity 90%. It is cloudy, and it feels like 48 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right. It is 7:37 past the hour on this Wednesday hump day. Of course, John Zumwalt will be with us next hour. And we'll see what he brings along with him. But that'll be at 8:30 this morning. For you, right now, you get the best of entertainment. Yes, sir. We'll try to put you in a good mood right quick with the best of the late night Unique Boys from last night. Buckle in. Don't fall on the floor laughing.
Gas prices were already on the rise, and with the decision to ban Russian oil, they're higher than ever before. Gas prices are so high, the Indy 500 was just changed to the Indy 5. Meanwhile, in another blow to their economy, today McDonald's announced that it was closing all 850 of its restaurants in Russia. Yeah, we don't want their oil, and they can't have our grease. That's what he said. That's right.
The makers of Mountain Dew recently announced its new so-called Legend flavor, which appears pitch black and tastes like blackberry, citrus, and ginger, as opposed to regular Mountain Dew, which is yellow and tastes like yellow. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said in a recent interview that the coronavirus will probably be a seasonal flu. Okay, but is it going to be regular seasons or like seasons of The Voice? Because they have like 9 seasons a year.
They're just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, they are. And they got a staff helping them. Well, here's one other bit. Jimmy Fallon last night with the pros and cons of being the Batman.
Pro, hearing people say, whoa, it's Batman. Con, having to correct him by saying, actually, it's the Batman. Pro, responding to the bat signal. Con, realizing this could have been a Zoom. Pro, winning against the Riddler. Con, failing against the Wordler. Oh, is that... I didn't know it was a villain, was it? Wow. Wordle? Pro, wearing the Batman mask. Con, spending 45 minutes trying to get your phone Face ID to recognize you. Pro, saying, I am vengeance, I am the night. Con, hearing the Starbucks barista say, okay, either way, your caramel macchiato's ready. Night, vengeance, whatever. Take it. Pro, defeating the Joker. Con, having to face his henchman, the Smoker, and the Midnight Toker. And finally, Pro, seeing the bat signal shining across the sky. Con, getting a text message from Commissioner Gordon 5 seconds later that says, you up? There you have it. Those are the pros and cons.
Well, that's pretty bad, too. You know, I guess I read Stephen Colbert is willing to pay $15 a gallon for gasoline.
Little monologue.
Yeah.
Mister, I drive a $150,000 car.
Yeah. Tesla.
Yeah.
Electric car. So, yeah, he doesn't mind paying $15 a gallon for gas.
Well, he's saying, maybe it's worth $2 a gallon for a clean conscience. And I don't care if it's $15 a gallon, it's worth it. Shut up, Stephen.
Well, I think it's been pointed out by numerous people on various shows that, Biden was getting to this anyway. Putin and the Ukrainian issue have nothing to do with the rise in gas. All the lies that Biden is spouting, that, hey, we produce more gas now than under Trump, that's a lie. There's ample opportunity for these leases to produce gas. That's a lie, because although the lease exists, you can't get permits to build roads. You can't get permits to ship it. You can't get permits to do a variety of things necessary to actually get the oil out of the ground. So that's all a lie. And, all they're doing is this is another step in the destruction of the middle class here in America, which is essential to establish communism. You have to get rid of a middle class.
And another thing they do, if you can get all the permits, which is highly doubtful, they can come in at any time and jerk them away at a whim's notice, like the Keystone Pipeline. They had a permit to put it in. Then the next day they did. So that's why oil companies aren't going to put a pile of money into a spot, unless they can be assured that they're not going to have it taken away from, like Lucy's football. And also, they say, well, there are 9,000 leases on federal land right now. Well, Tommy, we don't know if there's any oil there. Might be leases for land, but you got to then send out the geology group to see if there's actual oil pockets or gas pockets, which they can tell simply by thumping the ground with a heavy weight. But until you do, you don't know what's down there. And there's something about drilling a dry hole. It's very expensive. And you go broke quicker than you turn around. So let the boys that know what they're talking about, know what they're doing, get the oil up. Because whether we get it here, we get it there, we're going to need it. Everything in your car near about made from oil. From your tires to your dash panel and everything else.
Yeah,
steering wheel.
I always get a kick out of the PETA clowns that Stop killing the animals, no leather belts, no this, no that. And then they're standing there, and virtually every item of clothing they're wearing has got some oil-based product in it. And they don't want to do that either. It's ridiculous. All this leftist garbage is just counterintuitive.
Okay, let's see. Texas man is being praised for collecting donations and using those to send camouflaged gear to the Ukraine army. Here's veteran Eric Mercado talking about how he does it.
I went to social media, asked people, hey, do you have any connections? I got a connection from the Ukraine embassy in Belgium. Within 5 minutes, they responded to me. I need to design my own camo for Ukraine. I kept it the same colors as Ukrainian army.
Okay. All right, time to listen to this little girl trying to convince her dad to propose to his girlfriend, who was in the room filming the whole thing. Apparently, the girlfriend recently caught a bouquet at a wedding, and the little girl knows the tradition about that person being next to get married. Here we go.
Marry her.
Why?
Because she likes getting married and I want to get married too.
Okay.
Because she tested a flower.
That.
Now it's at a wedding. And we're supposed to get married if Paige passed it. And she did. So we have to get her married.
Because she caught the flowers.
Yeah! I'm not kidding!
Okay.
Do it! Do it!
Don't try to kick me. Stop it. No. No, this is
Okay. I hope you got more out of it than I did. First, there was just casual Friday at work. Then the pandemic hit and things got real casual. Some workplaces are considering going back to dress codes. While we ponder, let's go live to the Casual Workplace fashion show already in progress.
First on the runway, it's a male model wearing a crumpled t-shirt that says the Batman. I bet he's never taken it off since this weekend showing. Next up, one of our female models with her unstyled hair pulled back, wearing a sweater filled with cat hairs and yoga pants that you know have never seen the inside of a yoga studio. Stay tuned for more office casuals, like the guy in flip-flops with toe fungus.
Oh, yeah, that was always disgusting. I just remember high school, some of these clowns wearing these, sandals, flip-flops with the most disgusting, just awful.
The last time gas prices were this high was 2008. Here's a montage of this event, starting with George W. Bush. He was the first president in this clip and was during the first year of the recession that lasted through 2009.
AAA is reporting that the national average of gas in the U.S. is more than $4 a gallon now, its highest point since 2008.
It cost me $111 to fill up my truck.
This is killing me. Gas prices even higher.
Prices are up 54 cents from a week ago.
Come on, get higher.
Still no end in sight for rising gasoline prices.
Yeah, you Democrat, don't even talk to me about this stuff.
Only way you can bring gas prices down is to increase supply, because it's a supply and demand entity amongst us, and it's one that's not going to be escaped by putting little batteries out on the street. Because guess what? Their battery charge comes from, you guessed it, petroleum. And just about everything in your car is made from petroleum. So you better get used to it, and you better start allowing higher production. You want the season's pros to be out there getting it out of the ground for us. We need to be net exporter. That would help us because if everybody has a ample supply of gas that they need, prices will come down and competition will kick back in. So just behooves me to listen to Biden say, "Hey, Mr. Biden, what is going to happen to gas prices? They're going to go up. Well, what you going to do about it? Blame the Russians." What kind of answer is that? You drill until the price comes back down. It's that simple. Because as long as they're going up, Economic Law 101 kicks in, you will have inflation reflective of those price rises. If it goes up 10%, everything will go up 10%. It's just the way it works. Oh, one other thing. Let's go, Brandon. Thanks, Joe. What happens when we stick these career politicians into these slots and these people who don't know what they're doing, but I have been on many committees and, yeah, you've jawboned it all your life. The difference between a bureaucrat, particularly those in office, and people out here that may want to run for an office, those bureaucrats can't get stuff done. They just can't do it. They just sit there sitting on their fannies and not getting educated about the situation or truly understanding it, and sit there and pass the legislations that hurt everybody instead of getting educated and making wise decisions. But they never want to listen to the other side and what they might have to say, and they just try to bully you with the majority on their panel. We have 4 stupid people who are for it, and 3 wise people who are not. Guess who wins? Well, we've done the headline news. Here comes your not headline news.
This is not headline news. A new Alien movie is in the works. To save money on makeup, the creature will be played by Pete Davidson. Kristen Stewart celebrated her Oscar nomination for Spencer by playing golf. And that's this week's winner for World's Whitest Sentence. Renee Zellweger returned to college during a break from acting. She called it an eye-opening experience, or as much as her eyes could open. And in sports, Aaron Rodgers could become the highest-paid player in the history of the NFL. Maybe with all that money, he can stop looking like the head cook who's always smoking in the alley behind the diner. This is not headline news.
Okay.
Guess it really doesn't matter what he looks like. Okay. $153 million guaranteed, I guess.
I thought it was 400.
Well, it's 200 million, but
Asian.
the guaranteed money is what counts,
Okay.
because he's not going to collect 200 million. They'll get rid of him before the 4 years is up.
Let's see. Twitter quotes from yesterday. From Bryant, no, this is from Newsmax. It's simply not true that my administration or policies are holding back domestic energy production. That's simply not true. Well, go ahead and keep believing that, Joe, as you falsely believe other things. It's your policy that's choking down the supply, which raises prices. And who pays for it? Middle America.
It's
because
not
the
a matter.
Stephen Colbert's are driving electric cars.
It's not a matter of him believing it. He's lying about it. He knows what he's doing. Or his handlers do anyway. I mean, granted, he might be stupid enough not to understand what he's reading on the teleprompter, but these people in the government understand exactly what they're doing in trying to raise these prices, and they're destroying our institutions, they're destroying the middle class, et cetera, and that's their purpose. That's what they're trying to do. Whether or not the Ukraine-Russian thing is, whether that was a deliberate piece of it or just a happenstance that enables them to further destroy what we're doing here. You know, you got people living paycheck to paycheck, and now you're going to end up asking them to pay $10+ a gallon for gasoline, and it's just unbelievable that they're doing this.
And Brian Kilmeade, why are these American companies still in Russia, like McDonald's, Starbucks, and Coca-Cola? I agree. Get out.
Well, they're getting out. I mean, you know, it's not happening fast enough for them. I get it, but McDonald's, you know, these companies have already shut down operations. They're trying to get out of there as fast as they can.
The left trying to force everyone into uncomfortable EVs without the necessary electric infrastructure and destroying the middle class with the insane gas prices along with inflation is truly mind-boggling.
Yeah, go buy an electric vehicle. Plug it in. See how long it takes you to power it up, and then you want to drive 300 miles to visit your kids or your grandkids or something, and guess what? You won't get there. And then you're going to stand around for several hours waiting to charge your car up instead of pumping a couple gallons of gas and being on your way.
From townhall.com, Trump in 2020, if Biden got in, you'd be paying $7, $8, $9. Then they say you get rid of your car. Buttigieg this week said if gas prices are too high, just buy an electric car.
Why somebody just doesn't slap him in the face and shove him off the stage is beyond me. I guess if I was standing there, I'd be under arrest because, I don't know. I'd throw something at him, scream at him or something because that – God, it's just amazing to me that these people get on the television and actually say this stuff.
He gets government protection in a car. He's not going to feel it. Dagan McDowell said, newsflash, being a snobbish prick or a prick snob isn't funny.
Who's this?
Dagan McDowell from Fox Business.
Oh, all right, yeah.
From Stephanie at home, today is the average gas price Today, the average gas price in America hits an all-time record of over $4 a gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth a buck or two. It's important. I'm willing to pay $4 a gallon. Hell, I'll pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla. That was Stephen Colbert's quote, to be exact. He's got an account called Stephen at Home. Yes, I definitely want to follow Stephen Colbert. He's just my hero. Let's see. The refrain will be a never-ending loop of they have 9,000 leases that they aren't using. Why do we need more? That will only allow weak middle libs to use this against drilling, but in reality has no bearing on oil production. I told you so. Tweet from yesterday to you. In other words, they don't know there's any oil in those 9,000. They won't let them on, give them a permit to go out there and find out. So you're going to invest all, and another thing, Anwar up there. It was up, running, and producing. And Joe Biden shuts it down. Oh, it might hurt the pristine view up there. And they have caribou. Well, you want to know one thing they don't have up there? People who look at it. Nobody. It's too damn cold. But we could have gotten oil out of it and done it responsibly. Wait until he gets a load of how rare earths are obtained and who has the virtual monopoly on that. Putin? Ding, ding, ding. Secretary Pete in our country, transportation is single biggest contributor to climate change and is responsible for over 55% of nitrogen oxides. So, it also means transportation has to be a big part of the solution to this climate crisis. Yo, Pete, let's get out of the crisis first, can we? Or you got to kill us in the process. Yeah, you all live by my rules. I don't live by those rules. I have government cars issued to me and a government driver to drive it. So no sweat, in other words, you get cake. Dana Lash said, literally, no one cares if you have EV, by the way, but don't pretend to be some paragon of environmental protection because you have one, considering how they're powered. I don't demand that the world meet this zero-sum green gain. In other words, that's her way of pointing out that those green cars run on coal. It's 8 o'clock. We'll see you on the backside. 48 degrees.
Temperatures are going to head into the upper 40s and the upper 70s for today. We're going to see a wide range of temperatures because of a cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible for this afternoon and this evening. Areas to the south and southeast have a good chance of seeing some of those storms turn strong to severe, where damaging wind speeds will be the main threats. Overnight will fall into the low to upper 40s, then highs tomorrow in the upper 40s and the mid 50s with light showers. A meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1.
Cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible. Temperatures are going to head into the upper 40s and the upper 70s for today. We're going to see a wide range of temperatures because of a cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible for this afternoon and this evening. Areas to the south and southeast have a good chance of seeing some of those storms turn strong to severe, where damaging wind speeds will be the main threats. Overnight will fall into the low to upper 40s, then highs tomorrow in the upper 40s and the mid 50s with light showers. A meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. One of the things that you learn as a cop is there are two sides, at least two sides, to every story. You can get a call to a bar for a fight in progress, and when you arrive, the first guy will tell you he was sitting in a corner, quietly reading his Bible, when a guy walked up to him and, for no reason, hit him. Then you talk to the second guy, and he'll tell you he didn't even like being in the bar in the first place, but he'd found it was a good place to raise money for orphans. He had very quietly asked the other guy for a donation, and the guy had tried to rob him. Now, of course, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but not by a whole lot. Here we are in a school board election. We've got two sides, and they're telling a completely different story. One side, the ones who are in office now, are telling us that all is well. It's not a problem that our kids can't read or write or do math to standard. In fact, not only is it not a problem, they never even mention it. No drug problems, no problem with fighting, no kids getting in teachers' faces, no problem with inappropriate sexual activity in closets and in bathrooms. No problems at all. Well, I'm calling them out as It's not a nice word, but I'm calling them out as liars. Make our schools great again. Help our kids be successful. That's why we send them there. Elect Benway, Bruno, Davis. Meanwhile, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day from the Zumwalt Zone.
Lawsuits for protecting a federal courthouse in Portland, Oregon. In a January letter to AG Garland, Cotton wrote, quote, "A refusal to represent these deputy marshals would violate the department's long-standing practice. A furious Judiciary Committee chairman, Democrat Dick Durbin of Illinois, is blasting Cotton, accusing him of, quote, defunding law enforcement at the federal level." Bob Agnew reports.
And on Wall Street this morning, stock futures suggest a higher open later on. Right now, Dow futures are up 515 points for a gain of about 1.5%. NASDAQ futures ahead 288 points, and the S&P futures 73 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. American troops risk their lives to protect our freedoms every day. But President Biden's policy will punish soldiers for exercising their own freedoms.
Weijia Jiang is at the White House. So Weijia, it was actually President Biden who directed this change.
Service members who refuse to get vaccinated could be reprimanded or punished.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
President Biden's policies are punishing and reprimanding soldiers.
CBS 17's Mackenzie Staska was live outside Fort Bragg.
At least 350 soldiers at Fort Bragg could see their careers come to an end for refusing the COVID vaccine.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. I'm sponsoring legislation to protect our troops from President Biden's vaccine mandate. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning customers include the military, federal, state, and local governments, hospitals, and school systems, as well as many independent businesses. We stand by our services and products, and as a result, we are proud that our business comes from repeat business and customer referrals. Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning also serves many residents in Moore and surrounding counties, and we have been in business for 70 years. Call 910-949-3232. 910-949-3232.
Aaron Cooper here with Cooper Ford. To say the past year and a half has been tough is an understatement. And it's during these times that we truly value the community in which we all live in. At Cooper Ford, we continue to do all we can to pour support back into the community because taking care of each other is what it's all about. And that's why we won't have any market adjustment stickers or any of our new Fords like so many other dealers. We believe in fair and honest pricing and have from day one. So please come see us here in beautiful Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net.
Cooper Ford, working hard to be your hometown dealer.
This is the perfect time of the year to bust out all your Echo tools and equipment from Beaver Equipment. Thanks to all the storms, my new Echo chainsaw from Beaver Equipment has been getting a good workout. Beaver Equipment is the place to go for rough and rugged Echo equipment for real men. They offer 5-year warranties and are locally owned and operated. So men, get out there and enjoy your Echo Power equipment from Beaver Equipment, Highway 211 in Aberdeen, 910-944-0402.
This is Dr. Terry Ann Sams from Sandhills Weekend Dental. Here we grow again. I am excited to introduce Miss Nancy, our newest team member.
Hello, my name is Nancy. I will be assisting Dr. Sams in your care. I look forward to seeing you.
Call Sandhills Weekend Dental today at 910-687-4423.
Eat, kiss, and smile better.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Across the country and in North Carolina, gas prices have soared in recent weeks, with the national average topping $4 per gallon. North Carolina Retail Merchants Association President Andy Ellen told WRAL-TV.
In the past, when we had huge gas spikes, we often saw fuel surcharges that ultimately got passed on to the consumer, and we may end up seeing that in the future as well.
The Ukrainian city of Kyiv is under increasing pressure from Russian forces. Ceasefires that were agreed upon are not holding, as CBS News correspondent Charlie Daggett reports.
We're in Maidan Square in the heart of the capital. A small concert wrapped up moments ago. Of course, many people have already evacuated the city. Some are still taking shelter, but some took advantage of the ceasefire in order to come here and show some support.
Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows is under scrutiny amid allegations he misrepresented his residency when he voted in the 2020 election. Heading into the general election on November 2020, Meadows listed a home in Scaly Mountain, Macon County, North Carolina, as his home. The question many are asking, however, is did he actually live in the home? Western Carolina University Dr. Chris Cooper told WLOS.
He registered, and his wife registered, in an address that they had never lived in, and they signed their names under penalty of perjury.
Hawaii has become the last state to announce an end to its indoor mask mandate. State epidemiologist Sarah Kemble.
We strongly recommend masks be worn in certain settings, such as hospitals and healthcare settings, long-term care facilities, shelters, schools, and other congregate living settings, such as correctional facilities.
Governor Roy Cooper was joined by state and local officials in Wilmington on Tuesday to tour the new Southgate Container Complex at the Port of Wilmington. The $26 million project enhances efficiency and security. You're listening to NCN News.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public power community. Public power communities provide electricity to families and businesses from a locally owned and operated system. Public power systems are not-for-profit and provide electricity at affordable rates with unbeaten reliability. Your local public power provider invests in your community, providing local jobs and supporting your local economy. Electricities of North Carolina is the energy behind public power. Learn more at electricities.com.
If you or someone you know has been the victim of a crime, the North Carolina Department of Public Safety Office of Victim Services is here to provide support. The office provides a range of free, confidential services to help you regain yourself, receive compensation for damages incurred, protect yourself and your family, and move beyond the stigma of being victimized. Visit ncdps.gov/4victims. That's ncdps.gov/4victims.
There are reports this hour that the Chernobyl nuclear power plant under Russian occupation for 13 days has gone dark.
It's not clear just what is happening at Chernobyl, the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster. Ukraine's state-run power company says the Russians have disconnected the nuclear plant from the national grid, and it says work to restore power hasn't been possible because fighting is underway. Not clear if that means Ukrainian troops are trying to retake Chernobyl, but without a power supply, there's a risk radioactivity could be released from the disabled plant. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Vice President Harris is heading back to Europe amid the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. Tim Perry of CBS says that.
Vice President Kamala Harris plans to travel to the capitals of Poland and Romania, where she will meet with both countries' leaders. Senior administration officials say among the issues Harris will discuss are the next steps the U.S. and its European allies plan to take to continue working in tandem in assisting Ukraine with security and humanitarian efforts. Additionally, she will meet with refugees who have fled Ukraine during Russia's invasion. Tim Perry, CBS News, Washington.
Organizations in Greensboro continue to pour out support for Ukraine as the Russian invasion enters its third week. The Greensboro Jewish Federation is joining an effort to collect $20 million for Jewish Ukrainians. Rabbi Andy Koren at Temple Emmanuel told WFMY.
There are important efforts that are taking place to help Jewish communities. There are over 500,000 Jewish people who call Ukraine or who call Russia home.
There's a chance for severe storms this afternoon and evening, especially in the southeastern part of the state. Most of us will see rain fall on and off for most of the day today. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Temperatures are going to head into the upper 40s and the upper 70s for today. We're going to see a wide range of temperatures because of a cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible for this afternoon and this evening. Areas to the south and southeast have a good chance of seeing some of those storms turn strong to severe, where damaging wind speeds will be the main threats. Overnight will fall into the low to upper 40s, and highs tomorrow in the upper 40s and the mid-50s. With light showers. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sandhills area, we're looking at foggy conditions, 48 degrees, humidity 99%, dew point 48, solar radiation 42 watts per square meter, pressure 3022, and winds are calm. It's 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sandhills news for this Wednesday morning. At Monday's Moore County Board of Education meeting, the board voted to place artificial turf at Pinecrest High School's athletic field. Pinecrest Athletic Club will donate $850,000 for the installation of artificial turf at the John W. Williams Sports Complex. Yearly maintenance will run about $43,000. The school district is responsible for half of that for the life of the field, which is projected to be 8 years. Samphant Venamathi Pinehurst tried his luck on a $1 Cash 5 ticket and won the Friday night jackpot of $100,000. Venamathi bought his lucky Cash 5 ticket from the Harris Teeter in Taylortown. He arrived at lottery headquarters Monday to collect his prize, and after good old government got their fingers into it, he did take home a net amount of $71,011. That's your latest. Oh, and one more sad note here. Louis Gregory, who was formerly with the CSX Police from 1991 to 2003, and police chief in Whispering Pines from 2003 to 2009, and Moore County Board of Commissioners from 2016 to just recently retiring because of health reasons. He has passed away at the age of 77. That's your latest Sandhills news this morning from the Sandhills Sentinel, and of course, you can go to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:16, time for sports. That's next right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
The Morning Sports Report is brought to you by Hughes Supply of Pinehurst. With over 50 years' experience, Hughes Supply can handle all your plumbing project needs from start to finish. Call 910-295-5541 or visit them online at HughesSupplyPinehurst.com.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. We start with day one action of the ACC tournament, which opened yesterday at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Number 10 seed Clemson beating bottom-seeded NC State 70-64. Wolfpack coach Kevin Keats afterwards says he told his team there are teachable moments in any defeat. And while NC State has amassed 21 losses this season, including yesterday, they have a lot of homework to do.
So we're all going to individually learn our lessons. We're going to figure it out, and we all will become better because of it. I will be the first to admit it's been a tough year.
Two other opening games on day one, including Boston College beating Pitt and Louisville dispatching Georgia Tech. Both will advance to today's second round for play that begins at noon. Syracuse will tip off against Florida State. That'll be followed by BC and Wake Forest in the matinee, and then Clemson and Virginia Tech clash in the nightcap. Now to the NFL, where quarterback moves on Tuesday are dominating this morning's conversations.
Two people familiar with the negotiations tell the Associated Press that the Seattle Seahawks have agreed to trade Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos in exchange for a package of players and draft picks. The 9-time Pro Bowl quarterback who helped his team win the Super Bowl against the Broncos in 2014 will have to pass a physical. The Broncos have cycled through 10 quarterbacks since Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl and retired 6 years ago. 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers was considered a likely pick, but he has agreed to stay on at Green Bay. I'm Jennifer King.
Some notable moments on the ice last night. Alex Ovechkin scoring 2 goals and moved into a tie for third all-time in the goals category as the Capitals rallied in the third to beat the Flames 5-4. Ovi's 766 goals ties Jaromir Jagr for third on the NHL goal-scoring list. Wayne Gretzky owns the record for most with 894. Gordie Howe is second with 801. And Patrick Kane had a goal and 5 primary assists for a career-high 6-point night as the Blackhawks thumped the dinged-up Ducks 8-3. This is NCN Sports.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine because I want to work towards a more normal world in the classroom and for sports and my grandparents. I wanted to have better protection for myself and my family, especially I have people in my family that are high risk.
I felt like it was a good way for me to protect myself and protect somebody else.
I got vaccinated because I love my family. I love my friends.
You have a spot.
Take your shot. You have a spot.
Take your shot.
Visit myspot.nc.gov to schedule your child's COVID-19 vaccine today.
Do you find yourself considering a home generator when a storm is approaching? It's better to prepare now. A Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power guards the home against blackouts caused by weather of all types. 45 years in business and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Act now for a free 10-year warranty on a Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power. Terms and conditions apply. Financing options are available. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Major League Baseball is pitching in to help cash-strapped workers.
The league has launched a $1 million fund to support spring training workers impacted by canceled games in Florida and Arizona. It'll be administered by teams based on financial need to part-time and seasonal workers, including those in concessions, the grounds crew, security, and other ballpark workers. That money matches the amount from the Players Association. Officials are also talking about starting a fund for those who've missed out on regular season work because of baseball's work stoppage. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Meanwhile, negotiations for locked-out players in MLB bargained past midnight for a second time in a week. Commissioner Rob Manfred's Tuesday deadline to reach a deal preserving a 162-game season passed with no announcement. As the clock struck midnight, the lockout entered its 98th day with no word from Manfred of additional canceled games. Josh, Zach, NCN Sports.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hi, this is Rich Wagner from Whispering Pines. I've been suffering with acute back and knee pain for many months, and after trying visits to the doctor, painkillers, and spinal injections with no relief, I went to see Dr. Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. After the first visit, I noticed a lot of improvement, and I've continued to improve with each treatment. Thanks to Dr. Wright, I'm feeling much better than I have in a very long time. I was skeptical about chiropractic treatment at first, but it has truly given me my life back.
This is Dr. Wright. I can't guarantee I can fix every problem, but I will tell you honestly whether chiropractic can be of help for your particular issue. Living with pain is not always the only option. Doesn't it make sense to explore every avenue before resigning yourself to the limitations of pain? Call our office today to schedule a consultation and start living again. 673-2225.
War Dogs Army Surplus is Moore County's largest selection of Army surplus. They buy, sell, and trade Army surplus, and they'll match any legitimate offer from competitors with a price match guarantee. They'll match and beat any competitor's price by 10%. With the largest selection of vintage and modern gear and collectibles, War Dogs has everything you're looking for. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, or call 910-920-7749. That's 910-920-7749. War Dogs. We offer more and sell for less.
The best in-store service, unbeatable prices, locally owned. Hi, this is Catherine Phelps. Joe and I are the new owners of your local Sears hometown store. We're creating relationships and helping our customers make an informed buying decision is our business. The month of March, all home appliances are up to 30% off and extra discounts with a Sears card, or 12 months no interest. And remember, we lease to own every day. Shop your locally owned Sears hometown store in the Town and Country Shopping Center, Aberdeen.
Why should you work with the team at J. Park Carolina Living Realty? Good question. Hi, I'm Katie with J. Park Carolina Living Realty. We offer better solutions to get things solved. Sellers, we can give you a cash offer today with no showings required. Buyers, let us find that dream home for you so you can get off the multiple offer merry-go-round. We've got the magic wand to make these things happen. Text or call us to solve your real estate needs. 910-585-6979. That's 910-585-6979. Talk to you soon.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool advantage.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. American troops risk their lives to protect our freedoms every day. But President Biden's policy will punish soldiers for exercising their own freedoms.
Weijia Jiang is at the White House. So, Weijia, it was actually President Biden who directed this change.
Service members who refuse to get vaccinated could be reprimanded or punished.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
President Biden's policies are punishing and reprimanding soldiers.
CBS 17's Mackenzie Staska was live outside Fort Bragg.
At least 350 soldiers at Fort Bragg could see their careers come to an end for refusing the COVID vaccine.
I'm Congressman Dan Bishop. I'm sponsoring legislation to protect our troops from President Biden's vaccine mandate. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
This is more than just innovation. This is smarter innovation. This is GE Profile at Keys Appliance Center in downtown Aberdeen. This is no spills autofill for hands-free fill-ups from your fridge. This is no preheat air fry right in your oven for food that's crispy without the oil. This is an in-oven cook cam so you can check on your food from your phone. This is smarter innovation. This is GE Profile. Upgrade today with your local appliance experts at Keys Appliance Center, located at 104 East Main Street, downtown Aberdeen. Call us at 910-944-8887 or shop online at keysappliance.com.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is proudly sponsored by Moore County Citizens for Freedom. Always looking out for you.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. One of the things that you learn as a cop is there are two sides, at least two sides, to every story. You can get a call to a bar for a fight in progress, and when you arrive, the first guy will tell you he was sitting in a corner, quietly reading his Bible, when a guy walked up to him and, for no reason, hit him. Then you talk to the second guy, and he'll tell you he didn't even like being in the bar in the first place, but he'd found it was a good place to raise money for orphans. He had very quietly asked the other guy for a donation, and the guy had tried to rob him. Now, of course, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but not by a whole lot. Here we are in a school board election. We've got two sides, and they're telling a completely different story. One side, the ones who are in office now, are telling us that all is well. It's not a problem that our kids can't read or write or do math to standard. In fact, not only is it not a problem, they never even mention it. No drug problems, no problem with fighting, no kids getting in teachers' faces, no problem with inappropriate sexual activity in closets and in bathrooms. No problems at all. Well, I'm calling them out as, it's not a nice word, but I'm calling them out as liars. Make our schools great again. Help our kids be successful. That's why we send them there. Elect Benway, Bruno, Davis. Meanwhile, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. from the Zoom Walton Zone.
Temperatures are going to head into the upper 40s and the upper 70s for today. We're going to see a wide range of temperatures because of a cold front that's moving through. Showers possible early, and then another round will be possible for this afternoon and this evening. Areas to the south and southeast have a good chance of seeing some of those storms turn strong to severe, where damaging wind speeds will be the main threats. Overnight will fall into the low to upper 40s, and highs tomorrow in the upper 40s and the mid-50s with light showers. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Welcome to the show.
It's got plenty of meatballs.
Why is he always making meatballs?
Today it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
It is National Meatball Day. National Meatball Day.
Great! Bring some meatballs.
Celebrating the meatball today because it is National Meatball Day.
I'm making meatballs.
Ooh, meatballs. We're meatballs?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
It's showtime!
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams. And don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's up and running right now at our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Any of those three will get you there. Just go to the middle of the home page for the video link. Now, in the upper right-hand corner of every page has an audio link where it says on the air, listen live. Click that once, and you're listening that quick to our 24-hour-a-day stream of our air signal. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area, well, it's going to be messy for a few days. Look for today to be mostly cloudy with showers, a chance of thunderstorms, high of 56. Then tonight, more clouds, more scattered showers, albeit a 30% chance of it, a low of 44. Then for Thursday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 50-50 shot of getting wet with a high of 52. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, diminished chance of getting wet, a low of 43. Friday, partly cloudy, scattered showers, 30% chance, high of 59. So I guess you say from Thursday night on, this is on again, off again type rain event. Friday, like what I say, partly cloudy, scattered showers, 59. Saturday, partly cloudy with rain, got an 80% chance of it. Look for a high of 58. And then for Sunday, we finally break through, see sunshine again. Sunny with a high of 51. Monday and Tuesday, all sunshine. Monday, 64 degrees, and Tuesday, partly cloudy and 70. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm, pressure's 3022, solar radiation 42 watts per square meter, dew point 48, humidity 99%, it's foggy still, and 48 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All righty. It is 8:32, 32 past the hour on this Wednesday, waiting for Darrell Falwell, the Secretary of Treasury here in North Carolina, to call in. But while we're waiting on that, John has a special guest, too. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Steve, I'm going to have to do this on air. The correct number is 692-3985. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Treasurer's having trouble connecting for some reason. So let's go ahead with this next one. I've also got another guest, a very special guest as well. His name is Kurt Cook. He's running for county commissioner. Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Let me explain to you about Kurt, because he probably won't do it himself. You're going to notice that his voice is kind of hard to carry. And I want to remind you, Kurt, to get right up on that microphone. Kurt was a major in the United States Army Special Forces. In 2010, he was involved in a roadside bomb, an IED, and he was blown up. And part of the damage that was done to him happened to his neck. And, of course, it impeded very much his ability to speak. Although, I don't want to overdo it, he can speak, and he speaks well. Just his voice does not carry well, and you're going to have to be right up on that thing, Kurt. And the first thing I want to say to you, as a medically retired major in the U.S. Army Special Forces, Green Berets, is thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for taking that horrendous injury. And thank you for doing that for us. And I don't know how to say it any clearer than that, except to say I really do appreciate it.
Oh, it was 100% my pleasure. I really didn't want to be retired, but that was the circumstances that was given to me. I love this country. I love serving this country, and I still love serving today.
Okay, well, when the treasurer calls in, we'll go straight to him. But for now, Kurt, let's go on with this interview. You served 17 and a half years in the military, and as I said, you were medically retired. You wanted to keep serving. And I remember when I first talked to you, you talked to me about ways that you could keep serving, and you wanted to run for office. You were not sure which one you would be qualified to run for. And finally, you settled on running as a county commissioner. So let me ask you, first of all, tell us about your family. This must have been an ordeal for them, and tell us how you're doing.
Well, thank you. Well, my family right now, my wife is in the Army. She's a staff sergeant in the Army, and I guess it's funny, one of my previous assignments in the military was an officer candidate school instructor. And we just received orders for my wife to attend officer candidate school, so she will be a second lieutenant here, hopefully this year sometime. So that's pretty funny. But she really liked it. We have a 10-year-old daughter, and she's 100% behind it. She really likes it, and she's on board, and she loves watching Mom go to work every day.
Okay. Now, you know what, Kurt? I'm going to be kind of abrasive with you here at first, because I really do get upset when I start talking about what I'm about to talk about. We have... I've only met you a few times, and I've gotten to know you, and I've gotten to, just through our short conversations. But we are sick and tired in this community. When I say we, I mean we as a community are sick and tired of electing people and having them assure us that, when they get to office, they will do what is right. They will represent us. They will be accessible to us. They will listen to our problems. And when they get up there, we never hear from them again. We can't talk to them. And I know you're going to tell me that, once I get in office, I'll still be the same guy I always was. I've heard it before, Kurt, and I would like you to convince me and the audience. You don't really have to convince me, but I would like for the audience to be reassured that you will represent them. You will be a representative of the people of Moore County.
Well, it's 100% correct. And, when elected in, I will be a servant of the people, and I will be there. There's a reason my phone number is on my business card. I want to be out and about. I want to see what's going on, how people are thinking. I can't do that sitting in a basement or a bunker. I need to be out there with everybody, figuring out, seeing what they like to do and what are they interested in, what would they like to see. And it goes back to my many years in the military, as you referenced. You can't lead from the rear, and you can't push a string, so you have to be out front.
You're not, Kurt, you don't have an opponent. You got lucky on that. No one's run against you. And I happen to think that you'll be a good commissioner, and I know you're a good man. But why would you even be here now talking to us? You don't have to campaign. What do you want people to know about you? Let me start with this. Let's go with the most controversial issue we have right now in Moore County. Schools are our most controversial issue from start to finish, and I know that we cannot expect you to be as up on them as you will be later. But when it comes to funding schools, what is your ideology? What are your thoughts and things on funding?
Funding is like everything else. It has to be presented in a plan, and the plan has to be scrubbed, and it has to be, each component of that plan has to be gone through with a microscope. You can't just rubber stamp things. Things have to be adjusted. If you can get an item that is just as good and will do better for the school at $100, and somebody has it on the plan and the budget says it's $500, why? No, I'm going to stick a check by that, and I'm going to question it. I have my certain problem I have with myself is you can't fight right. And you can yell at me all day and you say it's wrong and everything, but if it's right, you can't fight it. So you're going to have to convince me why spending 4 times more for something that we can get right here in Moore County is a better option.
All right. Well, thank you, Kurt. And we have been talking to a candidate for the county commissioners, Kurt Cook, and we're going to continue to talk to him, but we're going to take a little break in here. We've had quite a bit of technical difficulty this morning. We're going to switch over for a few minutes and talk to
not with us, but with the AT&T folks.
AT&T, okay. We're going to switch over and talk to our state treasurer now, Dale Falwell. Treasurer, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you now. Thank you.
Good. Treasurer, I've got a kind of a long introduction that I want to use. I normally don't do this, but I'm very upset, and I want to go through this whole thing. It won't take as long as you might think, but I want folks to know this. There was an article, or actually it was an editorial in the Raleigh News Observer, and it was reprinted in our local newspaper, The Pathetic Pilot. And what it said was, and I'm not going to read it, but it said in essence that the treasurer, state treasurer Dale Falwell, is all alone in his charge to take on the hospital systems, and actually Treasurer Falwell is all alone in this, and he's trying to set transparent pricing for procedures paid for by the state. I personally, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really understand how that could be a bad thing, and the fact that he's doing it by himself makes it more, as far as I am concerned, makes it even more of a grand thing for this man to do. It said that he's found out the very largest systems have billions of dollars in reserve, even though they enjoy tax-exempt status. But here's the thing. The article that was reprinted in the Pilot makes fun of this and says that he is like Don Quixote chasing windmills with his lance and has no chance, and makes light of it, almost like it's a funny thing for this man to be single-handedly chasing down these large corporations, these billions in reserve, and it makes fun of the fact that he calls them cartels. And they went and talked to a man to get their information who is aligned with these people. Let me tell you how I picture this. And this is for the listeners. This is not for the treasurer. In World War II, there was a private, an Australian private, as a matter of fact, in the island of Papa. And by himself, all alone, he charged an advancing line of Japanese infantry. A move that would have looked foolish to the pilot. This one man, they would have said, this foolish man attacking a line, they would have called a windmill. He ran towards them screaming like a madman and firing his gun from his hip. His comrades saw what he was doing, and they literally were able to join him in the attack and turn this thing around. So, ladies and gentlemen, and Treasurer Falwell, I say that typical of the News and Observer, typical of the pathetic pilot, to try to make fun of Treasurer Falwell for attempting as very best he can, attacking, charging, and telling and letting us know what is going on with these ridiculous prices that were being charged, and at the very least, asking for transparency. No, he is not Don Quixote charging windmills, but rather he is heroically taking these things on. And I'm very, very glad that Steve Adams gives time for the treasurer to come on here every other week and let you know the truth, because you obviously cannot get it from our newspapers. All right, that was a rather long statement for me to make, and even though we have a limited amount of time, Treasurer, I'd like you to respond to that if you feel like it, please.
Well, I appreciate that. I haven't actually seen that editorial, but and I don't know much about Don Quixote. What I do know is that most North Carolinians are never going to be able to see themselves out of poverty because of things associated with hospital billing and health care cost. We have, for our entire lives, you, the Colonel, and Steve, have often heard the words, making ends meet. That is no longer going to be possible. Forgetting about the tragedies of what's going on in Ukraine, the tragedies of what's going on with the cost of fuel and food and energy, just on health care issues. Former Treasurer Harlan Bowles warned of this 37 years ago. Maybe he was a Don Quixote. Bill Gates warned about this 14 years ago. Maybe he's Don Quixote. State Auditor Beth Wood 12 years ago. Warren Buffett 4 years ago. Senator Elizabeth Warren 3 years ago. The fact is I don't want to be a Don anything. I'm a Dale. And my reputation is to attack problems and not attack people. And attacking this problem means breaking this cartel who controls the supply of health care through something called the CON, Certificate of Need, controls the quality, controls the access, and controls the price. They have spent 40 years building up this secrecy, and the cartel controls everything, including advertisers. And anyone who continues to be on the side of the cartel, who continues to be in favor of secret pricing, is going to be on the wrong side of history.
Well, you know what, Treasurer, it's very typical of what we find from people who do not like the message of truth, no matter what that truth may be. If they don't like it, we're going through this with our schools, we're going through it with so much. They never do, well, I shouldn't say that. They never attack with facts. Rather, they attack the messenger to try to make them look as silly as they can. Every single listener out here today, right now, knows that they have or they will one day face catastrophic medical needs. And if they are thinking ahead, they know and they understand that those needs are going to be something that's going to put them in horrendous debt or even wipe them out. And that's the thing that you are trying to bring to public, to light. Let's talk a little bit about these billions of dollars that the cartels have in reserve and the fact that they are a non-profit. And by the way, I want to throw this disclaimer in first. We're not going after doctors and nurses. This is not the problem. Am I correct?
We're not going after the people who have saved your life, your listener's life, or my life. We're not talking about the people who actually do the work. We're talking about the multi-million-dollar executives who, one of them, Gene Woods from Atrium, I think it was just reported he or his top executives just got paid $28 million for 1 year. We're talking about these multi-million-dollar executives who represent these multi-billion-dollar corporations who disguise themselves as nonprofits. When this all started 50 years ago in the eyes of the Internal Revenue Service, the nonprofit status was supposed to be offset by the charity care. People can go to nctreasurer.com and read that these entities are receiving billions of dollars of tax benefit and only offering a few $100 million worth of charity care. And if you go deeper into our website, you'll see that Rice University, the first one was Johns Hopkins, not us, Johns Hopkins University. Rice University came in and said, and there's possibly $175 million worth of individuals in North Carolina who have the potential of having their credit rating destroyed, who should have gotten the charity care. I don't know why anyone would be on the side of history of the cartel who controls the supply, controls the quality, controls the access, controls the price, and controls the ability to destroy someone's credit because of something they would rather not have consumed.
You know what, Treasurer, we have to go. We have another guest, and I know that you're very busy, and you give us the time that you can every other week. I just want to read you the text, though, that I just got from a listener. And by the way, I've gotten many texts since you've been talking. And this text says, the media is supposed to stand up for the little guy. If the treasurer can't figure out the bills he pays for state employees, how are the little guys supposed to figure it out? And that's very true. And I want to say, and I speak for a lot of folks, and when I say thank you for standing up for us, thank you for standing up for this fight. I'm sorry we're out of time. I owe this other guest time as well to get his message out. So, State Treasurer Dale Falwell, thank you again, as always, for being with us today.
To be continued. Everybody be safe.
All right. Well, we were speaking to State Treasurer Dale Falwell. Now we're going to go back to Kurt Cook. Kurt Cook is running for county commissioner, and I want to tell you, Kurt, on air, because I want everyone to know this, that I just got a message that says let Kurt know that the commissioners are going to have a budget work session at Senior Enrichment Center from 9 to 1, and I'm guessing that's today. So you're invited. They want you to attend that. And by the way, I asked if the public can attend, and it said absolutely everyone is welcome. So I'd like to invite everyone to go to the commissioners. They're having a meeting. They're having a public work session. Kurt, you're going to be a shoo-in for this election, so most certainly I would think you would go, and invite everyone to go to that session. Well, we got kind of sidetracked speaking with Kurt Cook, the unopposed candidate for county commissioner. Kurt, what kind of things do you hope to accomplish if you're a county commissioner? And I want to keep in mind that the county commissioners are all you. I often joke that if you're elected, well, I want my driveway paved tomorrow or whatever. And we know that you're very limited in what you actually can do, and that when you talk to folks, you'll understand more. But what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish if you're elected?
Well, the biggest thing about being a commissioner is you control the money that's allotted for all the programs within the county. And each one of those, it has to be presented with a plan, and then the plan has to be scrubbed for what is best for everybody in Moore County. So getting in and going through everyone's plan is paramount. We need to make sure we're fiscally savvy and we're not wasting money for our taxpayers' money.
Okay, well, I happen to know, being familiar with the job you had as a Special Forces Major, the one where you got blown up, that you are responsible for a certain amount of money, in fact, probably millions of dollars. That's the way the military operates. And so you have an understanding at least of the importance and the absolute minute detail that goes into these budgets that you have to control. So I'm guessing that you're going to have to, I'm hoping that you're willing to learn from a Nick Paserno, the man who just got placed back into the office of commissioner, and who we all trust very much, frankly, to do a good job, to look at this money and to do the right thing. And I'm hoping that you'll take him, I know he'll be willing to teach, but I'm hoping, how do you see Nick in this thing, Kurt? What's your opinion? Do you think that you can go in there right now and you know everything and you can just start making decisions? Or are you going to lean on a guy like Nick?
Absolutely not. I'm going in, my teeth together, my eyes open, and my ears open. Nick Paserno is a wealth of experience and knowledge. I've met him on several occasions thus far, and he has reached his hand out to help bring me along, and I don't think I could ask for anyone better to help me, to guide me through this newest endeavor.
Well, I think that's well put. We have a text here for you.
Okay.
It's for you, and it says, before he attends, he must read all the wrist-wringing in the pilot about the need for more funding for schools that already fail half our kids. And I think that's very important. We always tell everyone on here, Kurt, don't take our word for this. Don't take what we say on here as gospel. Please go back and do your research. We do not expect anyone to believe something's true because we say it's true. The way the other side responds to this is, well, he's an idiot, he's old, he's a moron, he's a cockroach. But I say to them, okay, good. Now, where have we gone wrong with our facts? And I expect them to be able to answer me, and of course they can't. So, Kurt, what do you want people to know about yourself that we haven't covered in this amount of time?
Well, some people get. I have a problem with facts. And
wait a minute, you're gonna have to reword that one, buddy. You have a problem with facts?
No, I have a problem with. I have facts, and people don't like hearing the facts.
Okay, good. That's a lot better.
All right. I say what is right. I say what's on my mind, tactfully, of course. I'm not going to be disrespectful. Even if, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there going to have an opinion about me. That's fine. Everyone has one. I don't care. But I'm going to do what's right. And I'm going to do what my moral conscience is. And this is why I will be in this position, because I will be a servant of the people, to represent the people's will and to make sure every dime that they work their hands and butts off for to make, the tax money is being represented well and not frivolously spent on garbage.
There you go. And I know you struggled with whether or not you could say butts on the radio there. But,
I did.
Yeah, but you're allowed to say that.
Right.
But you know what? We've been looking for a long time for candidates. And not to say there are not people out there serving right now, but we're looking for candidates who have a backbone. And even though you've got some titanium in yours because you were blown up and they've had to do some work on you, we are looking for people with what I always refer to as diamond backbones that will not bend. But when I say will not bend, you said the other word that I'm looking for, and that is has the heart of a servant, the true heart of a servant that understands they work for the people and want to do the best job they can and are willing to stand up. Well, let me ask you another question here, Kurt. And by the way, I got another text here directed to you, and it says, I hope Kurt would not just hand over our tax-paying money to the BOE. And the inference there, even though I can't say it correctly, is that you will study it and look at it, and every dime that the Board of Education needs to educate people, we want to see them get it, but not just hand it over. All right, here's what I want to ask you. Lately, I can think of at least two people who have been elected who I have heard whine, that's with an H, I have heard whine publicly about the fact that they are having to do so much work, having to stay late, and complaining. Kurt, I would like to tell you that God bless every single one of you who's elected to office, whether it be from county all the way up to our federal officials. I understand how much work it is. I get it. I also get you're not going to make any money. I think they gave you a little stipend. I'm not positive, but it's not going to be enough to do anything with. It will certainly not pay for your time, probably not your gas. I don't want to hear you whining once you get up there. You ran for this job, Kurt, and I hope that you once you get it, that you will understand it. It's going to require a lot of work. So I hope that you will put in the time and not complain about it. And I guess I'm done with this rant. I don't want to hear you whine once you get in there. I want to see you do the work. And Kurt, I say that respectfully to you.
No, it's not a problem at all. I love to work, and it's I knew exactly what I was getting into. It's going to be long nights. It's going to be weekends and stuff, holidays, but it doesn't matter. You have to make mission, and make mission is making sure the people that I represent are well taken care of.
Kurt, we've got 1 minute. I think you wanted to say something about the North Carolina Warriors hockey team. You've just got a little bit of time. Go ahead and do that.
Yes, sir. It's a nonprofit. We're all service disabled athletes that get back on the ice, and we play in Raleigh. And we have tournaments throughout the country playing other disabled teams. You have to be at least 10% disabled, VA recognized disabled to play. But it is a great time, and we take donations through our webpage and North Carolina Warriors. hockey, and
you're all disabled, at least 10% through a service-connected disability.
Yes, we are. And we have one gentleman who lost his leg, and for the knee down, he has a skate, and it's pretty awesome. He's out there playing.
Well, if you ever see me out there in a set of ice skates, I wish you would just go ahead and pre-call the ambulance, because this is what it's going to take. All right, we've been talking to Kurt Cook, candidate for Moore County Commissioner, and I hope folks will feel free to contact you. Thank you very much, Kurt, for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, Kirk, I do envy you. You walked into a situation that nobody's else filed for, and it's a powerful one, too. So express your best judgment on that, and this community will benefit from it. Do what?
We'll have you back, Kurt, but I want you to say yes when we ask you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so it goes for this Wednesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a Thumping Thursday with the LeaderMan. Until then, support the businesses you hear on our radio station. They are our community. They all live here, work here, send their kids to school here, and pay a lot of taxes. So your money stays here when you spend with them. And that helps everybody as it rolls over in our economy. So be sure to tell them WEEB asked you to come. And don't forget also that millions of Americans have fought, and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the LeaderMan, and Nick and Colt the dog will see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Wet Dog Party.
When I come back.